Oh yes, we are back. We're back. This time, we're going to be making a trailer hitch to pull my custom trailer that I've been working on that is very near to completion. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Should have probably pulled this out first, but I already did some measuring. I'm going to do this all based off the rear end of the trailer, but they're all the same across all this model. So I need this to be 33.5. Should have just grabbed a marker. Alright. This is some thick roll cage tubing, or steel that can be used for a roll cage that I was going to use for the other car, but since that project is going to be delayed for a little while, I figured might as well use it for this. This should hold it pretty good. Let's find out. Well, it actually cut really easily. I'm going to go do a quick test fit on the car, see how that measures up. Test fit went amazing. This is the next piece I got to cut. 3 inches wide. This is about 7 inches long. I'm going to leave it this length. It could be a little bit shorter, but that really does not matter. And this piece is going to be, so the bar will be under the car like this, straight bar. This will be welded to the top of the bar like this. Probably, I don't know, something like this. And I'm going to weld it around the edge and then rosette weld it as well. And then this will bolt up through where the tow hook is into the body of the car. Don't know what that was, but okie dokie. Let's get this cut. A terrible cut, but it's cut. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, that's not even, but that's okay. It'll work out just fine. It'll work out being a little thicker. So this will get tacked to the top of this, like I said. Like a little bit inside, I don't want it right on the edge. And then throw a couple holes in it at the top and go from there. Let's see what I have for you. Want them to be straight across, so. There it is. Should have probably punched it. Two holes drilled. Now we're going to tack that on there. Let's see how it goes. Just going to tack it at 110, and then when it's time to fully weld, I'll kick it up to 220. Just to run that plug. Let's see if this works out. There's only one way to find out. Fuck. Darn thing popped the breaker as soon as I hit it. So, I switched to 220. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oop. Not what I meant to do. Right, it's sort of attached. Well, it is tacked. Not very well, but it's tacked. Let's see. I'll show you what I'm doing over there. Okay, so ignore the rust. This is how it's gonna go. See right there? It's gonna go up into those holes right here. And then over here, there's that transmission bracket. That wire is gonna go up and connect to that. That's how I've seen others designed, like the Kurt hitch, I believe it is. So I'm gonna weld that on and go from here. Uh-oh. A ground would help. Really globbed it on there everywhere. But I'm hoping it'll be strong enough. That one's a little bit better. Now, if I flip it over. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, it's a little bit hard to see, but right up here are the two mounts that held the exhaust on. I said transmission earlier because I'm an idiot, but I have this piece of steel that's already bent, which is gonna go right up like that, connect to those. I'm gonna cut a hole out so it kind of slips onto the bar a little bit. And then weld it all together. Let me get this marked out here. See if I can do it with the camera and everything on. But kind of in my way. That's okay. Here's what it is. Got my favorite pink marker. This. Okay, got my square cut out, or circle drawn out. Now I gotta cut this plate up. Whoa! I don't really have a good way to cut this circle out, so what I've been doing is just drilling holes along the circumference. And that should get me pretty close to where I need to be. getting there. Couple more left to drill. Didn't catch it. Well, it's one hell of a crude hole, but it's a hole nonetheless. Oh, she's so close. She wants to go. But I could hammer it on there. So, I do got a cut. This doesn't need to be this long at all. So, see the thickness? Move it up a little bit. Where'd all this water come from? That's freaking weird. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get this thing on here, as crude as it may be. I'll make it work. Maybe. Oh, it's gotta go on. Yes. I think. We gotta make sure that's right. So it's gotta go on like this. Funny. Probably not, but it would have been a little funny. I really don't think this is going to do anything. Yay, I got it on. Is it a good circle? No, it's probably the worst circle in the world. But you know what? It fits. Now, to weld it. Don't move camera, thank you. All right, twist this a little bit because I want this to be as level as possible. All right. This is just going to be tacked for right now. Good old stick welding, because the MIG was not cooperating with me yesterday. And this works out well. Come on, why did I get this all tangled up? Okay, got my sweatshirt on because yesterday got a wicked burn on this arm, and I don't feel like repeating that. We'll see if it fits. Stay level. It's very hot. Uno momento. A little hard to see, but it does meet up. It's going to be pushed back a little bit so that these will meet up a little bit more. Be like right there. But that's freaking perfect, man. Perfect. Hell yeah. All right, let's get this thing welded up. Camera was way too close. Don't like that. Is it perfect? No, I do got a hole there. Besides that, this thing ain't ever coming off. That's my test. Boom, tested. Now I'm gonna make one, oh, that's hot, approximately in the center, and that's gonna get bolted directly to under where the trunk is. Finally going to be finishing up the hitch that I'm making. What you didn't see is me put this plate on, which is in the middle, and then this plate on, which is in the end here. But got those all stick welded on here. Now what I'm doing is cutting a hole. Now back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my light turning off. I'm going to be cutting a hole here, taking this adapter that I had, shoving it through, and then welding it on. So let's see how that goes. Where is safety? Okay. came off. Ah. Then I could hammer that puppy in there. I'm gonna try that and I'll be right back. Well, as you can see, with a lot of fiddling, I got it through. Now, I'm going to weld it in place forever. That's rough. Forever. Not that it's moving how it is now, but. Alright. Electrode-daddy-doo. Electrode-doo. There's already one on there, so I don't need another. Probably should have taken the paint off first, but I didn't. That's how we're rolling with it. That's how we're rolling with it. Okay. Or not. Is it perfect? Hell to the no. But you know what? It ain't going nowhere. That's for show. That's for show. Welds look like absolute trash. But you know what? I mean, those don't... Yeah, they look like shit. Yeah, they all look like shit. But you know what? It's strong. Super strong. Ain't going nowhere. This is hot. Real hot. But... smoky, smoky. Those some booger welds right there. Boogery boogery welds. But again, super strong. Now, got about 8 holes to drill. And then we can get it mounted to the car. Here is the completed hitch in all its glory. What you didn't see is me weld the hooks on here, and then I did have to actually cut it, make it shorter, and put a different plate on here, and I put this plate on as well. I painted it all up. I have drilled the holes in the trunk for it to be mounted to. There's just a bolt in that one just for a test fit. So this is going to be the first time I'm trying to bolt it to the car. I'm going to see how that goes and see if it all fits up in there. And I'll show you exactly why I had to cut that and change it from where it was before. It's a little hard to see, but you can see that I have the bolts in. So the hitch is in. I'll show you from the bottom what it looks like, but right now I'm taking the bolts and I'm going to be putting a little bead of silicone around each one. So when I plop it in the hole, I'm going to get a little bit on the outside so I can just kind of smear it in there. Yeah, it's all over it, but whatever. And then I'm going to bolt this one in the bottom. Almost forgot the washer. Right, and then I have a couple more to do that with. This one here. Yeah. And it's a lot. I don't care. I'd rather have it be more than a little. All over me. If you're not getting it all over you, are you really doing it right? I already did one over there. Got to do those two as well. I somehow miscounted and I'm short a bolt, which makes little to no sense, but it is what it is. That is way too much on there, but you know what? We'll do it. Of course, this doesn't want to go back in the way it just came out, which makes no sense. All right, and a washer, and a nut. On the other side, don't be a butt. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go through. I'll silicone the 1, 2, 3, 4 that I have left to do. It is on. Heck yeah. All the bolts except for that one in and siliconed in. I'll show you how it is underneath here. So it's bolted up here, obviously. Bolted there, there. Yeah, I have one weird one there. And then there's the two. Hopefully you can see. Way up there. And the reason I had to modify this and not have it come over and hit this exhaust bracket way over here is because the way this rubber hanger is, the way that heat shield is and everything like that, it just wasn't gonna work. But I think I did a phenomenal job. I missed a washer on that one, but that's fine, whatever. That's why I had an extra one. But now I'm gonna go ahead and get it off the jack stands and see how it shields the weight of the trailer. It's almost done. This will be the hitch that I'm gonna be using eventually. I just gotta find my wrench to take this ball off, and that'll be up here, so it'll be higher than, you know, all low like that. But let's get it off the jack stands and go from there. Kind of a weird view, but I want to kind of see what happens when I put the trailer on it. Wheel up though. Well, nothing on the trailer hitch moved at all. Heck yeah. Hard to see, but really hard to see. But everything looks awesome. Nothing in here changed whatsoever. Nothing moved. It's freaking awesome. Hell yeah. Oh man, I can't wait. This weekend I'm painting the trailer. I'll finally get that done. But as far as it is for, as much as it is for this video, yeah, I'm a little out of breath. That'll be it. That's all. I completed it. It doesn't look great, but it'll function fantastically. It'll work amazing. I just gotta wire up the trailer lights or plug for it and go from there. If you like what you're watching, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. It's really gonna be helping me out. And as always, let's freaking go, dude.